Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ananya and this is my first makeup tutorial. I really wanted to start off with an everyday kind of makeup look. An everyday makeup look is something that you can wear when you have to go to work, when you have to meet somebody, something that's a morning, weekend, brunch kind of thing where you want to put a face on but you don't want to go too crazy. It's something that's nice and glowy. So this is the look that I came up with. If you're interested in learning how to create this look, then keep watching. To start off, I have already prepped my skin and put some lip balm on. So I'm going to get started with my eyes. I just zoomed in so you guys can have a closer look on what I'm doing to my eyes. I'm going to start off with my Anastasia palette, this shade right here in my crease. I am going to be pulling it back a little bit so it kind of creates an automatic wing. As you can see, I'm just putting it lightly all over my crease, bringing it inside towards the end, and just dragging it out a little bit. So I really love this color. I will list the exact shade in the description bar down below because it's super neutral and nothing crazy, almost like natural lips but better. In order to deepen it just a little bit, I'm going to mix both of these shades. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer down to the crease, so I'm not going to be blending it out further up into my brow bone. Just adding two colors on your eyes brings a completely different dimension. With a clean brush, I'm just going to be blending out everything, kind of just making it into one. In order to buff out the first color, I used the Morphe M505. It's super fluffy, so it does a great job in buffing everything out a little bit higher. And for the second two colors, I used the Morphe Y8, and this helps you stay a little bit closer to the crease because it's a little bit denser. So I love Morphe brushes. I will be listing all of them in the description bar down below. So as of right now, I'm not going to really touch my eyes. I'm going to go on to my foundation. I'm using the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the shade 7.5. I'm going to be using the Morphe Y8 and just buffing this into my skin. This color matches me so perfectly, it doesn't even look like I have any foundation on. I love this foundation because it's super light, and if you are going to be wearing makeup every day, then it is perfect where it doesn't look like you have crazy matte, a full-on face. This is super light and airy, and it kind of gives your skin a luminous finish. So I'm just buffing it in. I start off at the center and then move out, so my product can be most concentrated in the center. I actually avoid putting a lot on my forehead as well because my forehead is kind of dry, so I don't want too much product on my forehead. I put a very light layer on my skin. If you want more coverage, you can definitely go on with another pump, but I just use one pump on my skin. For me, for an everyday, this is just about enough. And if I need any more extra coverage, I will be using my concealer in order to cover any blemishes or acne marks or anything like that. So with that being said, I'm going to be using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer next, just underneath my eye. So one thing that I love about this concealer is it's super creamy, not too thick, and it's not that drying, which to me is really important. And I like something that, sits on my skin a little bit more naturally. And this specific one is the color Sucre de Orge. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but Sucre de Orge, I think. This is a little bit more my natural skin tone, which I like for an everyday because I don't want it to be too bright. So that's all I'm doing with my concealer. Again, I'm not going too ham with it or brightening it too much. This is almost just a little bit lighter than my actual skin tone. For my concealer, I am going to be using my Morphe M335. It's really faded, so you can't really see it, but it is so good because it's so dense and it packs on the concealer really nicely. Next, I'm going to be using the MAC Gimme Sun Bronzer. I love this one because it's super natural and I think it matches my skin tone pretty nicely. I'm going to be using it with the R14 with the Morphe brush. Connecting it with my forehead and my jawline. So I like to actually go bronzer, then highlight, and then connect both of them with my blush. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. I'm going to be using the Colourpop blush and highlighter duo. I'm going to be first using the highlighter on the highest points of my cheeks.
Never up, never down, never. Like a flame.
And I'm also going to put a little bit on my forehead and my chin. Now with just my finger, I'm going to be putting it on my nose like an exclamation point. So from center, and as I pull it down, just a little bit at the tip of the nose. And now to connect both of them together, I'm going to be using a big fluffy brush. I'm using the blush color right here. This color is super muted. It's a mix of orange and pink and peach and a little bit of brown as well. So it works really well with the MAC Gimme Sun, since the MAC Gimme Sun also has a lot of warmth. So both of these warm colors work really, really well together. I'm usually super dry, so I don't set my under eyes too much. But since I did a lot of skin prep today, I did put an oil serum on my face, so I feel like my under eyes are a little bit oily, and that's why I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish in the number 2 to just set underneath my eyes. Again, I'm taking out the creases as I do this. I'm just going to put it anywhere I feel like I have a little bit more oil production, which is around my nose, underneath my eyes, a little bit on my chin, and a little bit on my forehead. I'm just going to spray my face with the MAC Prep and Prime Max Fix Plus. It's kind of dirty and it's almost over, but this is going to mix all the powders into my skin and just make it a lot more seamless. Next, I'm just going to be finishing up my eyes and then my lips. So with my eyes, I'm going to be doing the bottom of my eyes, and then I'm going to be doing my lashes, eyebrows, and then lips. So in that order, first for the bottom of my eyes, I'm going to be using the same colors that I used on the top, starting with the light and then mixing both of these towards the edge. And I might add a little bit more of the darkness as well. I'm going to be taking the Morphe M506 because it's super light, super thin, and kind of fluffy as well. So it's gonna work great in order to get all the detail underneath the eyes. I'm just gonna run it down the bottom, and I'm also gonna connect it to the top. I'm gonna be using the next two colors that are a little bit browner, a little bit more earthy, and I'm gonna start from the edge and then bring it in. I don't wanna bring the darkest colors towards the inner corner too much. That's why I'm going to start from the edge, and whatever is left on the brush, that's what's going to go towards the middle and the inside. Just to add a little bit more depth for the bottom, I'm going to use a darker color and just concentrate it on the edge. And again, pull that up as well, almost like it would work as a liner. To finish off my eyes, I'm going to be using the Tarte eyelash curler and just curling them. For my mascara today, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I love this mascara, but there is also a dupe for it, which is the Lash Paradise from L'Oreal, and I love that too. I just finished that one, so I'm back to using this one. So I brought you guys up a little bit closer so you guys can see the skin and the eyes. If you want, you can definitely wear false lashes. I usually don't wear them every day, so I did not wear them right now. I'm just wearing mascara and I curled my lashes. But I think for anything natural, I'll definitely list some lashes that I am loving right now. I wouldn't be using something that's too dramatic. Something like individual lashes or something light and fluffy would do a trick for an everyday look. To finish up the eyes, I'm going to be filling in my eyebrows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dark Brown Dip Brow. Brows definitely make a really big difference. Even if it was something like every day, I always need to have my brows on. That's probably my top 3 things that I can't live without when it comes to makeup. So really quickly, when I do my brows, I start off from the top corner and I just fill in my sparse brows. I am not missing that much hair, so it's more of a filling in for me versus actually creating a brow. My brows have gotten a little bit crazy during this quarantine time. So here it is with my brows on. Last up is lipsticks. For an everyday look, I usually go for a brown neutral color, and I don't like it to be too matte or too glossy. It's kind of somewhere in between, and the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream is perfect for this. This is in the shade Abu Dhabi, which is my nude. It's a little bit brown, and it works really well for brown skinned or medium to deep skinned girls. So this is the final look. It is more on the natural side. If you enjoyed this look and like to see more of this, then please subscribe. Write in the comments down below what you guys would like to see, and I will do my best to create that as soon as possible.